Oh yes, it is Sunday morning. Huh. Heading into church. A new church, hoping it's going to be a great church. We'll see when I get there. Nevertheless, I'm there to enjoy the worship and hear the word that's going to be preached. Take what I need to take from it and move on. Don't concern myself with anything else. And that's what we have to do. To get to a place where instead of judging and criticizing, we just take what we need and move on. I was going to use the example of my doctor. My doctor tells me many things, and I hear, and I think, nobody knows me nobody knows me better than myself. The doctor is telling me this, telling me that, telling me things. It's even contrary to what is happening. And I listen. Do I stop going to the doctor? No. My boss tells me things all the time that I don't agree with. Do I stop going to work? No. So I'm going to go into church. All right. I just want to say that I've been discovering something the last few years that I want to talk about as I am going into the house of the Lord. I've recently got myself very irate with an individual, and I decided that I was going to make amends this morning. It's very difficult when you know that you believe that you're right, and they say rather than being right, just be happy. And I'm aware that situation will not get any better. It doesn't matter how things go. But I made a decision that I wanted to be at peace. And then I decided that, walking away, not saying anything, it's not the mature thing to do. Because I've learned and I've discovered many times I see friendships, they break up. Friends who have been friends for years, friends who say, oh, I love you. Oh, that's my bestie. And when they get into an argument, where is all that love? Where's all that bestie feeling? Same thing with parents and children. You have parents from the Caribbean. When the children does anything, they lock them off. Where is this love that you had for the child all this time? Is the love subjected to suiting you, pleasing you, having your own way? How do you write off someone that you claim that you love or you claim that you desire good for? And so, although this person is not in any great relationship, nevertheless, I thought to myself, no, I should show them the respect. Because I know what it's like when people cut you off, don't talk to you, don't give you an explanation. And I thought to myself, this is what I find difficult to understand in relationships that don't continue. How do you go from caring and loving to dismissing, rejecting, abandoning, even denying access on the phone, access to text, access to just access with no explanation, no justification, no reasoning, nothing out of respect. And it led me to remember a quote I saw once that spoke about being like Jesus is not about preaching and praying and going to church. It's being those things that is difficult to be in the times that we don't want to be it. The time that you don't want to be nice to somebody is when you need to be nice. The time that you need to forgive someone is when they're not very forgivable. When you can feed your enemy, pray for your enemy, love your enemy, do good to your enemy or to those that you no longer care for. That is when you have arrived. That's when you have matured. It is not in, oh, I'm this and I have that. And no, it's not until you can be more than your dirty ways. Yeah, more than your dirty ways, and realize that it is to love the unlovable. It is to like those that are not very likable at the moment. It is to say, okay, you know what? I may want to win this argument, but I'd rather just be at peace. That is when you have arrived. That's when you have developed. That's when you have grown. I've watched people over the years talk about how forgiving they are, how loving they are. And some of those individuals, them and I have had issues personally. They weren't very forgiving in the moment. I don't remember them being very loving either. You can't, loving me when it's easy, or loving anyone when it's easy is not true love. Forgiving when it feels good to forgive isn't true forgiveness. Because God has to forgive us in all our nasty ways, evil ways. Not just when, not just the little things. Oh, a little white lie, a little this, a little that. No, in the big things. Can you forgive the big things? Can you like the person that you really don't want to like? Can you love when you really want to hate? Can you be peaceful when you want to be at war? And that's when you've arrived. So today, if you're talking about the word love, and you can't love in difficulty, you can't love if you're in an argument, you can't love the person when you guys aren't on good terms, then you don't have love. You don't. I've seen many nice people. People are like, oh, the person's so nice. Yeah, they're nice to you until you step on their toe. We're to get to a place where we're nice all the time. We're nice to that bad driver. We're nice to the person who's not nice to us. One would say, well, what's the point of that? But then why would God love us? You think you're nice all the time? No. Do you think you're nice all the time? You think you're sweet all the time to Jesus? You think God finds you so sweet and likable all the time? When you're grumpy and rude and disrespectful and rebellious, you think God thinks your ways are so great? I think we're going to get to a place where we're starting to extend some grace. Yeah, we want all this grace and favor and mercy towards us and compassion and goodness from God, yet we don't have it towards others. So today, all I want to say is extend the grace you want, extend the forgiveness you want, extend the love you want when you are not at your best or being your best and doing not right. Be the thing that you would desire to have happen to you. It's easy to be in one's feelings and say, oh, I'm not going to this, I'm not going to that. That's fine. My question to you is then, where's all that energy and love and fuzzy feelings towards your friend or your spouse or towards this individual, your co-worker, towards whoever it is, your neighbor? But when something happens that displeases you, where'd that go? Were you really loving? Did you really like them? Did you really care? Because you can't only care, love, and like somebody and forgiveness them when it's convenient to you. Those things are extended in bad cases, in cases that is difficult. I don't want to be too lengthy on here this morning. That's all I want to say. Check yourself. If your attitude stinks, fix it. If you think you're loving, kind, and merciful and all these things, wait till something happens to you. That's when you'll find out if you're really kind and loving. And if you don't think you can, and if you don't think you love someone, you can love someone if they did something awful or they don't suit you or whatever the case is. Let me just breathe for a minute. Okay, so a truck ran into somebody. 2 trucks now have parked on the road. Everybody merged over. One guy slammed on his brake. The guy in front of me slammed on his brake. I slammed on my brake almost into his back. I'm just gonna breathe. All right, I'm gonna breathe. One time I would have been carrying on, and carrying on and be like, what? And beeping and carrying on. What for? What for? Have high blood pressure? Everybody suddenly merged over because they saw the truck stopped in the middle of the road. I guess the truck was shocked that it ran into the person's back, and everybody's coming over. So they say, oh, stay 2 car lengths behind. Well, that wasn't possible in the moment a while ago. So when that last person merged in front of me, he just suddenly slammed on his brake, and I was shocked because he just came over in the lane right in front of me, and I slammed on my brake while in the live, and I'm trying to remain calm as I'm speaking about being peaceful. All right, okay, now that my heart's a little bit down. All right, so I remember what I was trying to say. Long story short, if you're talking, communicating with any friends, anyone that you believe that, if this thing happened, I can't forgive them, I can't this, I can't that. Today, stop telling them you love them. Stop acting like they're your bestie. Stop pretending they're your great friend. Just stop it. Stop saying words, because those words don't mean anything until hard times hit you. That's the reality. Those words don't mean anything until the reality of difficulty and challenges hits your relationship, that's when the love really should be coming out. Not, oh, I love you, talk to you later, oh, I love you, hey, I love you, good morning, I love you. No, it's, oh, we're having a hard time right now, I still love you, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. All right, good morning to everyone who has joined me. Hello, someone saying, can you say hi back? Well, hi. Have a wonderful Sunday, you guys, and take care. God bless you. And how about we be kind today? We gotta be kind Sunday, all right?